I don't mind being filmed, but I fucking loathe filming myself. This is like the 400th take I've done of this stupid fucking video to stick at the beginning of the latest episode of the Idle Matinee podcast, stroke vodcast, stroke fucking show, whatever, the thing that we're doing on YouTube now, episode 7. So, 2 apologies, okay, I need to make. First apology is for the picture quality. We seem to have gone back in time. When we started in 1080p, and I thought that was good enough to put out on YouTube, but then once it was blown up on my TV especially, it looks fucking terrible. So we've switched to 4K, we've moved up to 4K, and it definitely looks better in 4K. Last week's episode, and the one before, I think, we're using this camera in 4K, and they looked fine, absolutely fine. I tried to tweak some settings this week, and for some fucked up reason, it looks absolutely terrible. It looks like we've gone back to 1080p, or even further back to 720p or something. Looks like it's been filmed on a fucking potato. So yeah, I'm apologising for that first of all. So that's only for this week's episode. We'll go straight back up to decent quality 4K next week. Second apology is that we filmed this a week ago, so we're talking about the Queen's funeral, and that may not be as relevant now to you now when you're watching this as it was back then, a week ago. But some people will still be talking about it. You still may relate to some of the joke, not jokes, we don't joke about it necessarily, but some of the observations we made about the funeral. So yes, picture quality, back up to scratch next week. Fucked up this week, can't bother to explain exactly why. And more relevant material, because we'll release the next episode closer to the time that we film it, so that whatever we're talking about is more relevant some way. Okay. Enjoy the show.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Idle Matinee Show. We're back and it's lovely to be back again. Me, myself, this man and this man. You know our names by now. And we've got a lot of fun and laughs to have today. Haven't we, guys?
Yeah. You all right?
No, sorry. No, I'm not all right. Right.
Yeah, my name's Greg. Just 'cause,
my name's Ben.
He didn't introduce me, so I just said these guys. He introduced himself, but we've got names.
I think he was thinking we had the names underneath.
Yeah, we do. But it's for if we do put it out on audio, then
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just Johnny.
Hi, Greg's back. I'm here.
I'm Johnny.
Right, so yeah, we've got loads to get through, loads of fun, loads of games, loads of japes. Let's start with this week, just by saying hello. Thank you for watching. I don't know if I've already said that.
I've already said hello. Yeah.
Have I thanked everyone for watching?
Should we say hello for an hour? Just keep, hi, hello there, hi there, hi, hello.
Have I thanked everyone for watching, though?
No, because they haven't watched. So no. Don't thank anyone. Thank the 23 of our mates for watching. Yeah. I mean, that's when the numbers get up a bit, then we can start thanking people for watching. At the moment, we should be saying, make more people watch. You can't.
Oh, comment, like, and subscribe. That's what you're meant to say on YouTube. If you comment, we'll read the comments out.
And share. There's far shitter things out there getting paid 90 grand a fucking month when we're getting nothing. It takes time.
What Barry's trying to say is, if you comment on our videos, on the latest this video, we will respond to it on the next one. Probably.
I've been saying that for months. I've been saying comment on the normal podcast. I've been saying, insult us if you like. Say we're shit. That's fun. It's fun telling people they're fucking shit. You guys are shit. We don't even get that. That's how fucking unpopular we are.
YouTube allows people to comment directly, whereas the podcast providers don't.
Oh, fuck off, Johnny. What are you going on about?
They don't let you comment.
But no one likes to email anyway, because we're giving out the email address. Who emails? Apart from blooming, I think the last person to send an email was Meg Ryan, I think. So anyway, right, so
I'd look at the numbers and it's wound me up a little bit. I'm just like, oh god, I put a load of hashtags on there and the latest episode's got the least views so far.
You put it in the wrong place.
Where's the fucking wrong place, you silly cunt? It says put them in the fucking title or the description. I put them in the title.
Not a good way.
It doesn't make a difference which one you put them in. Put them in.
The description's the best place.
Why?
There's people.
The description's got the fucking thing in there.
The algorithm works.
Huh?
That's how I get.
How do you fucking know?
Because I get loads of views on Instagram.
Well, why didn't they say put them in the description then? Why did they say put them in the fucking title? Put them in the title, but they don't work in the title, so yeah, just put them. Why would they fucking say that? Why bother putting them in the title? I don't understand.
Exactly.
Okay, so did you watch the funeral?
I'm not really angry. I just like to. It's a bit. I do the angry guy bit each week.
Did you watch the Queen's funeral?
Yeah, of course I did.
And do you have any thoughts on it?
I mean, yes, of course I did. I mean, I haven't got a job that required me to go to work on that day. I don't think many people did, apart from you. I think it was only old people's homes.
I had to go and finish a hallway off.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
But you're self-employed, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
self-employed.
Like the Queen.
Self-employed, so
Self-important.
yeah.
Oh, employed. Yeah.
So that that makes sense.
Do
You
have
can
any
choose to do that.
Sorry. Do you have any thoughts on the day of the funeral or anything?
I did see just before the funeral when they were queuing up, because I didn't have a chance to say this last week. So desperate for content, the news were that they actually brought in a queue expert. And I didn't know they'd have an expert on queues.
To be fair, we are the best at queuing, so it was good just as well we did have a massive queue for the
No,
the
but
funeral
he
and
is an
everything.
expert on queues.
Yeah.
And he actually designed the Queen's queue, and his name was Professor Andrew Still.
Sorry,
Still
nice.
in a queue. But she introduced him as, and now we've got Professor Keith Still, and he started with, Andrew Still. Oh, no, it's Keith, not Andrew, by the way. Oh, that was part of the joke. But I thought, Eggy. But he designed the Queen's queue, and she said to him, "And are you going to be taking part in the queue today?" He goes, "No, I live on the other side of the country." But here we go. Do you know the name of the present president of the Royal Horticultural Society?
We'll start that again.
Yep. Well, read that.
Do you know the current president of the Horticultural Society?
Yeah.
I
Do you
don't
know what his
really.
name is?
No.
Keith Weed.
Oh, nice.
And they're both called Keith.
Still and weed. Because weed's like something to do in gardening.
Keep them coming.
What's the chance?
That'll get the viewers in.
Why can't I say Horticultural Society?
Do you hear about people queuing up and saying this is the shittest ride I've ever been on? There was that guy, wasn't there, who tried to run for the coffin to have a go on it like a bucking bronco, and they fucking marched him out. And he's like, "Why is no one having a go?" And the other thing is,
Did he have one of them fast pass things from Thorpe Park?
Yeah,
And he's like,
like
hey, well, I'm having a go. Hey, let me through.
Well, like Philip Schofield.
Did he have
oh, you heard about that, didn't ya?
What's that? Yeah, what, he had a fast pass to Thorpe Park?
Johnny, tell Greg
Philip
what about
Schofield
this.
and Holly Willoughbys. People have been calling, according to the tabloids, calling for them to be sacked because they got a fast pass to see the.
Well, then
coffin.
Jacob Rees-Mogg should be fucking sacked as well before them.
Not for that.
But all MPs were allowed to go and see it quickly, and they had to bring 3 other people. And everyone was complaining, but they said, "Oh, they're allowed." But celebrities were just like, Beckham had to queue up, whatever.
Yeah, Beckham queued up.
Beckham queued up because he wants to get knighted.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been well documented.
I thought he already had one. I thought he was Sir David for some reason.
No, Benny.
Oh, okay.
Did he think she was going to give him a knighted when he queued up, got to that coffin?
Oh, she's dead. Oh.
When I saw them, when I saw them all queuing up to look at the Queen's coffin, it reminded me of when it's really busy at MFI and they're looking at the kitchen finishes.
Yeah. So
It's like, I'll have mahogany. I'll have that one.
Is
Oh
that-
no, I'll have.
is that
Thank
it?
you.
I thought it was going to do something
Do a
else.
fist bump for a joke.
Done it spin around or
hold it.
anything. Fist bump, that's disgusting. Okay,
on the
good joke.
That's all right, mate. Oh.
One thing I did notice, another thing I noticed in the queues is there was people queuing up, like older gentlemen with a row of medals on them.
Oh, yeah.
And they come up and they said, "Oh, are they your medals?" And I went, "Oh no, they're my father's or they're my grandfather's." And I thought, stolen valor.
Was that because they make a deal about? They said something about that because Mike Tyndall, who's Zara Phillips' other half, is it her ex? But they got kids together anyway. He's the father of the.
What, did they get a medal for shagging her?
He's the father of the royal grandchildren, great grandchildren, or whatever you mean. So he's part of the royal family. This is a rugby player, but he's obviously a rugby player. But he was wearing medals, so I assume they were his dads or granddads or whatever. I don't know.
Well, I did look it up, and apparently it comes
Unless he was in
from
the army.
after the Great War, the First World War. What a lovely war! And if they're your medals, you wear them on the left. But they said the widows could wear their husband's medals on the right, and the right shows they're not yours.
Okay.
So the
I think he was wearing them on the left actually, so he could actually be here. He probably served. He probably just, did a bit of time in the
Bit of time,
forces.
or
Bit of time.
nonce.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it's a bit. I do think it's a bit weird. I want to pay my respects to the Queen, so I'm going to wear my grandfather's or my neighbour's medals, so people next to me think I'm important.
Yeah.
or I'm going to pay my respects to the Queen. So, like I do at most funerals I go to, I get my phone out and video them, and stand there videoing funerals. Even though the BBC will show it much better than any video I could ever take, so it's probably just better recording it.
I did notice one thing: the guy who opened up proceedings. So obviously, there's lots of watching the TV, following the coffin, all the bagpipes. I did actually quite like the bagpipe. I like the fact that how many people turned out. It made me more. I was actually quite mournful on the day. It was like any other funeral.
Hungover?
No. I was just actually generally swept up in the.
You sure it's not just your life in general?
Caught up in the emotion. No. I know you two guys are just looking to just go, oh, fuck the Queen, fuck the royal family, and all this. At the end of, she was an old lady at the end of the day. So like any old person, I don't wish death on. Well,
what about Hitler?
I mean, for old people to die, is fine. They weren't.
What about Maggie Thatcher?
Oh,
they all deserve to die.
No, Maggie Thatcher. Why bring Maggie? Why bringing Maggie in the same as Saddam Hussein and fucking? Come on, she wasn't that bad.
They're all big players in the game.
Like my writing.
But she was just an old lady at the end of the day. It's someone's gran. You know what I mean? It's like it's just fair enough. She was. The royal family. There's an argument to say that they're entitled and I'm not super keen on. I don't mind the royal family, but I'm not for them or against them if I'm honest. I like the Queen.
I only knew one of my grandmothers, and if she'd have had a portrait done by Rolf Harris, I wouldn't chuck it in the bin.
I like the shots in the church. They were very good. I like the one above the coffin, really high up. Yes, it kept slowly coming
one that
down.
Like a drone. I was like, oh, they got a drone in there, but obviously it weren't. It was just a
That'd be quite
camera.
loud, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
at a funeral,
yeah.
do you think?
Yeah.
That's what funerals are about.
Wouldn't it be good if they'd have had a drone like following the coffin straight into the church, like up and then round the whole thing, then straight back
like
out
in
again?
Grey Man.
Yeah, like Grey Man shots.
Just like the nightclub scene in Grey Man.
They might have caught that fella that went for the coffin. Did you see that one?
Yeah, well, that's what I said about the guy who thought he was riding
ran it.
Like, because he thought it was a ride. He thought it was a theme park ride.
Oh, was that your joke?
Yeah, it was a joke, mate.
Oh, you'd have to explain.
Also, the guy opened up this talking. He was like, whoever spoke first. It wasn't the Archbishop of Canterbury. It was someone else. Not sure who. But anyway, he was like, he went to speak and he was like, and he had to clear his throat. That was the first fuck up. But then also someone else, like in the front row of like the archdiocese or whatever, there was so all the bishops or priests or whatever all lined up, and one of them dropped he had like a little cue card or something. He just dropped it and it was just there, just on the floor, and I was like, is he going to pick it up? Go on, pick it up, why not? It's like, oh no, he knows the camera's on him. He's going to look like a right twat, so he's not going to. Sorry.
The only reason I brought up the fella that ran for it is because I was watching it while my dad was over here with my mum and that, and we were watching all the old boys stood on the spears around the corners of the coffin, and I looked at it and I saw how close the ropes were, and I thought, I reckon I could make that. I reckon I could jump the rope and have that coffin over and show it's empty.
Yeah.
And even chin one of them old boys. That bloke went for it, although someone did. I think I was saying it to my sister the other day, and she was saying they'd be spotting weirdos in the crowd all the way in. So that's why the police were ready. Do you know what I mean? So if he was acting weird and looking like he was going to bolt, they'd be ready for him.
Do you think she's actually dead?
Who?
The Queen?
My sister? Oh, no.
I mean, she looked pretty old, so yeah. I mean, if she looked a lot younger and it was like, oh God, she's had so much ahead of her. She looks so young.
Because someone said she'd moved to Barbados to make Charles
to be
king.
with her sister Margaret.
For the last about the last few
Margaret
months
loved it, Barbados.
No, we love a conspiracy, don't we, on Idle Matinee?
Yeah, we're the conspiracy boys.
I don't.
I do.
I think they're stupid. I think they're for boring people.
Wait a minute.
Oh, it's that guy with the really high voice for some weird reason.
I love a conspiracy. What? Who's that? It's Stephen.
He loves conspiracy. That doesn't sound like Stephen.
It's not Stephen.
No, guys. I mean, guys. I mean, I'm not a royalist. You know that. I'm not a monarchist, but she was an old lady.
Exactly.
But she's gone. And she's left. She's been there. She's been there, hasn't she?
My final thoughts are, it's quite amusing. The men that lifted the coffin, it was obviously very heavy. They walked obviously a certain way when they lifted it, but they carried on walking like that when they put it down. Also, they were still lifting it and shit themselves.
Yeah, no, and also they were doing this crab walk as well. They were walking sideways, going with the coffin. I thought, are they going to walk like that all the way up to Westminster Abbey? And then they shifted and went, whoop, and then put it on their shoulders the right way round, and then walked in.
If you are a monarchist, there will be pro-monarchy jokes later on in the show. But Maxie did say to me, they dropped it. When they go up went up the stairs, she went, they've dropped it. I was like, what? I went, look. She goes, oh, they've changed the camera angle. It cut off, and she reckoned they definitely dropped it. I don't know.
Do you think it'd been better if Mr. Blobby was carrying it with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or anyone funny. Some wacky guys carrying it. Just a load of clowns. They just throw her.
With a clown car. The coffee goes dying
and
out
she
the
keeps
top.
popping out, and she keeps rattling out the top of it.
Murdoch in the A-Team. She bounces out.
Yeah.
It's something to think about, isn't it?
And also the other thing I noticed as well when they were walking up, so it's before the actual funeral when they're doing all the marching through the street with the bag. I like the bagpipes were cool. It brought kind of a somber and uplifting feel to it.
Everyone looked sad when bagpipes played, didn't they?
When they were walking up the main promenade, you had all the different Royal Fusiliers and everything, the marching band. There was a massive load of horse shit like in the street, and I was like, that's right in line with like some of them, but somehow they kept falling. I was like, and all I could do was stare at this horse shit, just trying to work out if any of them were trying to avoid it. Because you would have thought, being military people and that, they'd just go and just march straight through the horse shit like it weren't there. But they weren't. They were like, well, we don't have to walk in the horse shit just because it's the Queen's funeral. And they were sort of just, I think they managed to avoid it. It was very well done. They managed to avoid it, carry on playing their music, but without really noticing that they were avoiding it, if you know what I mean. I couldn't see any shit flying up under their heels.
Wheel spinning in it.
Yeah. So that was quite impressive.
Because no one does pageantry quite like us today when it comes to horse shit.
No.
A lot of people were saying that to me, like, no one does it like the British. Look at this. No one does it. And it's like, well, no.
And
we don't waste the money on it.
They do it different, don't
we
they?
were commenting, the commentators on this thing as well. It's so easy to be commentator on this funeral thing, like, especially when
I think it's well hard.
well, no, it is, because just keep going and go. But I noticed that we said the exact same things as them. So it was like, I think Izzy mentioned the rain or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, but if it rains, we'd all still be out there. Cause it's, and I go, that'd be really British, wouldn't it? That'd be really British. We're standing there in the rain. And then they said the exact same thing on the thing. That is like, and I think even if it had rained today, everyone would have been standing out there anyway. I mean, that's a very British thing to do, isn't it? And I was like, what the fuck were they listening to us or something like?
Well, I did notice one thing when they're all milling into that. We get through this when they're milling into the church or whatever. Was it cathedral? Or was it a youth club where they were going to do it? No, it's a cathedral, isn't it?
Yeah,
and they
Westminster
said
Abbey, isn't it?
Abbey, that was it. They said, and here is the disgraced ex-king of Spain. And I thought, cheeky bastard, Andrew's over there
wearing his suit.
What did he do? He shot an elephant, and stole some money.
Can I have some final thoughts? Oh, what's that, Stephen? You want some final thoughts on it? Yeah, no problem. I'll bring you in. Wait a minute, guys. Stephen wants to say a few words. Oh, up you come, Steve. Up you come.
Yep.
Hello, fellas.
Hi, Steve.
How are you guys?
Wicked.
Stephen, do you remember when you used to talk like this? With like an octave lower?
Yeah, do your actual voice. Why are you doing that silly voice?
It's just been a difficult week, really. It's had a lot of...
I don't know if I like that
since
voice.
last week? Is it because... You only changed the voice last week. Before that, you had the same voice you've had for years.
Yeah, but I've been going with the Queen dying and I've had long COVID.
Oh, okay. But next week, get your real voice back, otherwise you can fuck off.
Hopefully,
I'll get Kermit in and you can fuck off.
So I just wanted to share thoughts. Sorry, just a few of my thoughts on the funeral for what I saw.
Maybe I'll splice in some footage so everyone knows
do it
how we used to talk.
Do it now. Oh, you all right, Chief?
Oh, hi there, name's Stephen, just moved in next door. Just wondering if there's any chance I could maybe come in and break some bread, introduce myself to the new neighbours. Have a cuppa perhaps.
All right, nice to meet you, mate. Come in, mate. All right, mate, make yourself at home. This is everyone.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephen. I've just moved in next door. Just thought I'd come round and say hello.
Not even close,
Good
mate.
one.
Yeah, you're not the same, Steve.
Yeah,
You've got to say for it, Steve, too. Steve 2 point.
So I found it very sad and moving, especially all the crowds, because there was such a lot of people there. And I thought it was really good when people were queuing for such a long time to see the Queen.
Yeah.
Because some people queued for like 9 or 14 hours. And I thought that's
one or the other, wouldn't it?
very respectful.
Yeah. It's good. I like that. It doesn't matter whether you're pro or I suppose if you're against, it does matter because then you would be like, fuck this. But I mean, even if you're not particularly like, I mean, I'm not nowhere near a royalist. I'm
You
like,
said that, yeah, I heard you say that.
Yeah.
I heard you say
but
that.
I still like. I like the Crown.
Yeah, you said that. And I watched it all day on television as well.
The Crown?
No, the royal funeral. I watched it all day on television.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah,
you're not very good in.
Yeah. Sorry, what, Johnny?
So you're not very good in cues, are you? Because after about 9 hours, you start ripping people's faces off, don't you?
Well, because I'm not very tall. Sometimes people can step over me.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for that. Yeah, thanks, Steve. That was really enlightening. Thanks, mate. Yeah, cheers. Thanks, fellas. Bye.
Work on your voice,
see you later, Steve. Yeah,
work on your voice.
Yeah, work on
but
that.
you got to give him a break, guys. He said he had long COVID.
Incremental.
Oh, yeah, okay. Long COVID, okay, that explains
You have
it.
heard of long COVID, haven't you?
Yeah, but I haven't heard it affecting someone's voice permanently.
Well, obviously it has. So let's not point it out. We live in a be kind. Remember that?
Yep.
We live in a day and age where
Be
you've got to
best.
be kind to people. Be best.
No worries.
So let's start our first improv of the week. And this will be two completely unknowns. We'll do one at a time, so you're not talking over each other and you each get a chance. And I'll be Judy Broccoli, one of the Broccoli daughters, interviewing for the new James Bond in London, because that is where they're doing the interview. And I managed to get a couple of the interview questions. And they're very strange interview questions for the Bond movie, but bear with me. So we'll start with Greg, and then we'll do Johnny. So I'll relax you first. Come in. Sit down.
Have a wine. Oh, have a wine. Thank you.
Yep, have a wine. So, Greg, I've seen you in a few things on the BBC. You're in Marriage, playing a bit part. You've been in a few good comedies. You've been in Downton Abbey as well.
Oh yeah.
And we feel you know why you're here today, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've interviewed quite a lot of people for the role, and we want to interview you. So the first thing I want to ask you is, can you do a gun like this? Go up like that. I just want to see what you're. Not bad.
I'll do it again facing you, sorry.
Yeah, please.
I'll do it once for camera.
Okay.
And then once for you.
Excellent. Yeah, because the camera is on, so do one for camera, one for us.
And for you?
Yeah. Not bad.
I did a little bit more with the eye.
Yeah, can
for
you do any facial things like ticks or eye movements or beard movements?
I mean, yeah.
You can put the mic down if you want to do that. That's good. That's very good. So we have a question. We do a psychometric test when we're interviewing for James Bond. So we ask you strange questions that you might not think Bond-like, but we'd like to answer them.
So is this? Am I being interviewed for the part for being James Bond, for being James Bond the actor, acting the part? Okay,
yeah, being James Bond for 10 years
in the film,
in the movie.
So I thought you were actually auditioning me for being in MI5.
An actor,
right, then,
James Bond. No,
okay.
James Bond's not real.
I still do the same thing.
He's not real.
Yeah, okay.
Why do we dream? Question one, why do we dream?
It's because our subconscious needs to be able to tell us messages that we need to know. And that's the only way of doing it, I think.
And what kind of dreams would a spy have?
Ones where he's chasing bad guys.
Very good. Okay, well, thank you for coming along today,
like a dog.
Greg.
Yeah.
You've done very well.
Thank you.
And we've got another guy we'd like to see. So if you walk away, we'll get the next person.
Okay.
We'll get the next person in. Hello, John.
Hi, how you doing?
Please take a seat. Oh, you already sat down. Help yourself to a beer.
Thanks.
So, you know why you're here. We've seen you on The Crown.
Yeah.
And you've been very good. And you've been in Blue Peter.
I've been in a lot of things.
We feel Bond needs a beard and he needs to be bald. And that's why we've called you in today.
Brilliant.
We want to change the character
Saves
up.
me turning my head upside down.
So, can you just do the gun pose, the Bond gun? Have a go at that.
Shall I do it like...
Do it to camera, please, and then do it to us.
Like that?
Please. Yep.
Da-da-da. Like that. It goes from there, doesn't he?
If only we had a real gun.
He's got the holster there, and he goes...
I've got a gun over there.
What?
I've seen a lot of people when they're asked to do the gun pose, they just go like that.
Yeah.
They could never be James. It comes from here, doesn't it?
Yeah, we have seen that a lot of times today. That's why we test it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But he didn't actually only ask to go like that.
So the first... Well, he's still here.
Sorry. Hi, guys. Don't forget about me. Don't forget how good my audition was.
Here's your first question for the job interview, John. How will humans as a species go extinct?
I think basically England, via the 007 series of agents, will probably just kill them all and we'll just take everything over.
Very good. Okay, we'll get back to you on if you're suitable for the role. So thank you very much for coming today, John. And the door is over there. Good night and good luck.
Sorry
about that.
He gets it.
I thought that would be a better. Can I have a go? Oh no, you can't have a go.
What's he sorted your voice out,
Stephen? No, Stephen. You can't keep coming in and interfering. So there's a song called, I don't know if you know this song, and it's called "My Old Man Said Follow the Van."
My Man's a Dustman, I think it was called.
Right, stop. What I was thinking is that song hasn't been out. You know how songs come and go, and that one hasn't been out for a while.
I don't think that ever came.
So I was thinking we should do a new version of My Old Man Said Follow the Van, but give it a bit of a 2022 twist. and how it would sound today. So I'll give you a few minutes to think about it. Let's not rush into this.
I think I actually got it wrong. There was two. There's My Old Man's a Dustman and My Old Man Said Follow the Van. Two different ones, yeah.
I've got one.
Dustman and
My old man said follow the van, but don't follow him too far because you'll get caught up in the congestion charge in the centre of town.
There you go. You see, that's what we're talking about.
But it's kind of funny.
It works.
Not funny, but...
You got one, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of the crime.
Think of yours. I've got one. Oh, Stephen's got one. Wait a minute. While you're thinking of yours, Johnny, we'll bring Stephen in because he's got one. Okay. Well, hey, were you whispering about me, you two?
Why are you whispering to me and sort of saying stuff on the microphone?
Why are you whispering?
You're going to put the microphone away.
Eh?
What?
I don't understand.
What's this guy talking about?
Oh,
don't know.
My old man said follow the van because we just done a smash and grab. But what's it called when you reverse into a shop?
Smash and grab, yeah.
Yeah, cool, nice one.
Oh, yeah, he's
I think it's called a ram raid.
Yeah, ram raid even. Yeah.
Ram raid, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. That's usually the front, isn't it? You've ran the front of the car.
No, they reverse with the ram raid.
Yeah, I've got one. My old man said follow the van and make sure you're not on your mobile phone because it's illegal. You'll get caught and you might get fined. Very good, Stephen.
They follow the van in the car then?
Thanks.
My old man said follow the van because he dropped off. He still got our parcel on there. TPD didn't stop at our house. And,
Hermes, that'll be.
Yeah, Hermes.
Yodel.
Yeah, because it's fucking Yodel.
Wait a minute. Have you got any more, Stephen? No. Yeah, can you go then, please? Okay. Yeah, cheers. Anyways, Johnny, what was yours?
So my old man said follow the van and never say sorry because anything that falls off the back of a van is cheaper because it fell off the back of a...
Lorry.
Lorry, yeah, really good. I heard they're building an extra set on Coronation Street to make it more dystopian. So to make it look more like real
life, yeah.
Heating and eating, all that stuff, and homelessness.
That makes sense because it does seem a bit too clean for a northern street.
Why didn't they just leave it? Why didn't they just leave it when that train crashed into everything and destroyed it all?
What other extra sets would you like to see in soap operas? Have you got any ideas about that? I know I'm putting you on the spot with this.
Knocking shop in Albert Square.
Banging. That's actually a really good idea because you probably would have that. Like
and above the Chinese.
And more
model upstairs.
Yeah.
And in Albert Square, a guy who does Snapchat and sells drugs with little Snapchat stickers.
At least have the cool cards and do they have even?
They don't have them in London anymore.
Oh, they don't have them.
God, no. That's when you last went to London, mate. Back in the 80s.
I went there last week.
The little bloke that's got a shop. That all it does is sell leads and no one ever goes in there. And it's just the front. And then Phil goes in there one day and says something cheeky and he just fucking knocks him out.
In Albert Square, they need a candy shop, didn't they? One of those candy shops that don't play business rates and they're like London, money laundering places. One of them.
Candy shop.
Yeah, there's all these.
Do you mean a sweet shop?
Sweet shop.
American candy shop.
Oh, like so where you have the jars of candy.
Yeah, but they're fronts.
There's like 30 of them in London that are all fronts and don't pay business rates, and they're like Russian mafia.
What about in Coronation Street? Someone that's got like a pigeon fancier that lives upstairs, and it's actually Mike Tyson.
That'd be good.
That's good. What about in?
Don't fuck with my pigeons. The only way they don't fuck with you is because you fuck with my pigeon. I knew a guy in the box until someone fuck with my pigeon.
Whoa. Hidden talents. What about Emmerdale Farm, a slaughterhouse? Because you never see animals getting slaughtered in Emmerdale.
That is fucking amazing. Yeah, an abattoir. Let's get some fucking realism in here. There should definitely be an abattoir there. They should have a scene where they're just gutting.
Having a chat.
Just going, all right, yeah, I'll meet you down the thing here in a bit. Yeah. Guts falling out at the same time.
And any for Hollyoaks?
No, just a fire, a big old fire that they will just walk into
and all
the time.
And then they will got
just the whole place on fire. The
4th degree burns.
All the set is just fire.
You could have Brookside where Trevor Jordache comes back, but no one else is there. Because those houses in Brookside were real houses, aren't they? That's like one of the sets where people have moved into them now.
No, that's not it. No, oh no, I forgot. No, I was about to go into I can take or leave it. I was about to do MASH.
Eldorado.
No. It's a bit like that. The booba doobie doo. How does it go? Fuck. Oh god.
And I wish it would be Brookside.
I bet everyone's shouting at the screen now, doing the Brookside theme.
Do 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 no do 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 do. No,
that's Emmerdale Farm.
Fuck. Quantum Leap.
When I try and think of it, I know it goes a bit like MASH. But no, it's not. It's the sound.
That's MASH. That's MASH.
It's MASH. Yeah.
Imagine you're the bloke in Quantum Leap, but all you do is jump between different people's heads in soaps in England.
I'm going to play.
Would that be amazing or would that be shit?
Yeah,
Quantum Leap's coming back.
That's kind of good. It's good if you're someone who knows all the soaps. If you're someone who watches all the soaps, you're like, I've got to watch that thing where the Quantum Leap guy jumps in and out of soaps instead of going.
Do you
back
remember
in
how it
time.
ended?
What Quantum Leap?
Yeah.
No. Did he get back to his own body? Surely.
No, he went back and fixed Al's life, and then he disappeared. He spoke to God, who was a barman, and then he disappeared.
I did actually always wonder. I did occur to me the other day. Like,
didn't it end where they're all in a bar as well? And it's like all the people are there. Some of the people he's been, or something.
I'm a retard.
There's quite a few people. Oh man, I knew this was going to happen.
Hey, we're quoting the fucking program.
No, I was being Sylvester Stallone.
I'm a retard. Anyway, yeah, Sylvester Stallone unboxing a Cobra action figure online. Sylvester Stallone unboxing action figures. You remember Cobra, the film?
Let's get this little guy out of here. Oh, nice, man.
Do an impression of Sylvester Stallone opening a Cobra figure into his mouth.
I'm the disease. Crime is the disease.
Yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum.
Cobra.
Okay, let's do a little improv then. Right. Okay. Let's do a movie. We haven't done a movie improv for a while, but we'll do a movie that I feel needs to come back and needs to be remade because I haven't done one for a long time. Sherlock Holmes. I know they had the series with Benedict Cumberbatch, but I need a good solid
And you
movie.
had the one with Iron Man.
Yeah, but they haven't done a Sherlock Holmes.
And the one with John C. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
True. Yeah, we've had a few.
That was massive.
But they haven't done the one where he time travels for a while.
Well, he's already back in time. So to us, he is time travelling. So what he time travels to the future, maybe?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What about young Sherlock?
Well, that's been done.
He doesn't time travel.
No, I'm saying that was sort of almost like time travelling because we've seen him when he's younger and they had shit CGI.
Well, there's one with Malcolm McDowell.
It stood up. It stood up.
I think he's looking for a jarring misplacement out of time. Fish out of time.
There's a time travel one where it's got Malcolm McDowell and I think he time travels to hunt Jack the Ripper. I can't remember. That's cool, but that's a...
Yeah, but Sherlock Holmes would be all right in that time and the Sherlock in our time was all right.
I think we keep talking about it. We won't have to do it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But who suffers?
Sherlock Holmes finds
the viewers
dinosaurs
suffer
and tries to work out what happened.
The viewers suffer.
Viewers love chat
because you're not giving them content they enjoy.
They like just mindless chat.
They don't.
They might mind as well. Who knows what they fucking like? No one's watching it.
They want content.
Fuck them.
I think
doing it for us.
I think the viewers suffered enough.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
I don't really mean fuck you. I mean unless you start watching, then
I'll set the scene. Okay. Right. So it's the year 2022. Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson,
John Watson,
have managed to build a time machine.
Oh, your name's John.
Because they realise there's a crime in the future that needs to be solved.
Sherlock.
And they've been chatting with a guy from the future who will be played by me, Detective Inspector Lestrade Jr., his grandson. I'll be Lestrade. Well, don't say junior in the UK, do they? But I'll be Lestrade. I'll be the grandson of
more
Lestrade.
likely to be his great-great-great-grandson.
Yeah, of course.
Or something
great grandson.
Great-great-great-great-great-grandson? I don't know.
And this is... I've called them in. They've come through time in their time machine, and they're here to solve a crime of the century, and it's a giant heist where somebody has stolen the diamond. What's the diamond on the Queen's thing called?
Indian.
The Indian diamond, the big one that's worth 400
million.
million.
Can I just ask this first?
Yeah.
Are we used to time travel? Or is this our first time traveling?
It's the clearest diamond
Do you
ever.
often call us into the future? So you call us from the normal? I can't think of the actor's
This
name.
scene, we've talked. Let me just give the build up. We have talked through time through like a Zoom thing. In the past.
And now you're bringing us up.
And now I'm bringing you up to the future.
So we know it's possible.
Yes.
So I don't need to do the whole. Oh my God! It's
No,
the
you
future.
know you're here.
Okay, good.
We've
good.
built up to it. And this scene from the movie is when we first meet, and I'm happy you're here.
It's not first meet.
And I lay
it's-
out the crime. In person. Right.
So I had a whole 10-minute bit about us being being fish out of time.
You're not fish out of time.
Okay.
You're here.
We'll do that next week.
Okay. Begin scene. Walk this way, gentlemen. So
Careful,
glad,
Sherlock.
Sorry, so glad you have arrived and you've made it into our time.
It's good to finally be here. It's exactly as I deduced it to be.
Very intelligent. And that's
Watson, come with me.
Sherlock, I'm not happy about this. Sherlock Holmes.
Sean Connery.
John Watson's is Scottish, isn't he?
okay.
Yeah.
Let's not break character again.
Yeah.
You can play Watson as Sean Connery if you
Yeah.
want.
Okay, I'll play as him.
Okay.
Chinese. Sherlock.
Chinese
Sean Connery.
Chinese Sean Connery.
Okay.
No problem.
It's like a
Oh, it'd be good for the Chinese market.
Watson, I love your voice. That's why I insist on bringing you everywhere with me.
Thank you very much.
What's wrong with your hand, Holmes?
I'm holding my pipe.
Of course you are.
But in this day and age, it's crack. I've swapped the
You can't smoke that indoors.
crack. I can.
The pipe.
What?
You can't smoke indoors.
No. That's why I'm just secretly loading it with crack.
He doesn't exhale.
My crack inhales. I hold in.
It's the only way he can do things.
Holmes.
No smoke comes out.
I know you did cocaine. I don't think you should do crack. It's a lot more
it's opium.
Solve a crime.
It's a lot more
Let's
addictive.
go.
I think you'll find it was opium.
I want to talk to you guys about some...
Yeah, it was opium he smoked.
Oh, sorry. I want to talk to you about some DNA we found.
Oh,
What's your DNA?
I haven't got a fucking clue what you're talking about.
You know about DNA? And
We don't know about DNA back in our
Forensics?
times. No, I mean, maybe we learnt from you. I mean, mate, all the stuff we learnt off you of Zoom. Obviously, DNA recognition isn't whatever it's called, forensics and stuff aren't up to mustard from our.
Might have been
age.
a bad idea calling to the future, Holmes, because you're not that clued up on some of the technical advances we've got
I'm
now.
fucking useless here now. You could have solved this crime ages ago.
gone to shit.
With simple DNA, with the forensics team, a forensics team can do a lot more than me, I'm
Do
afraid.
you know what DNA stands for, Holmes?
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Well, you know
You're
a
a
bit
fucking
about it,
liar.
Well, I mean, I found out about it,
character.
but I don't know how to use it in the time fighting. Time fighting? Crime fighting. Oh, dear. Well, it is time fighting, really, because we've travelled in time
I
and
suppose you're time
fighting
crime fighters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Time crime fighters. Oh.
Next, you'll be telling us about saturated sats.
Watson, could you just say elementary one more time before we end the scene?
Elementary, they're watching.
End scene, thank you. Fucking hell.
Oh, that's good.
I don't think
Improvs are difficult.
I don't think I
aren't
watched that film.
Best yet.
Beth, yeah. Do you think there's not anyone out there that doesn't understand how a Nando's works?
Yeah, I mean, if it comes to the app, using the app, possibly, but no, really, because you've got two choices now. You're either old school. You're like, I'm ordering at the till, blah 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 blah. You pay for it, and you can just walk out when you're done. That's what you like about Nando's. Pay up front, no fucking around. Yeah, I like that. But then you've got the app choice now as well. But the app choice, if I'm honest, I don't think the app works as well. When they're just there and you can see there's no fucking queue, it's much. I mean, why take the time to point your finger? I mean, I find pointing your finger and using apps. I'd rather use my legs than use my finger. I don't know, because I find apps stressful and just going putting in details. If I could just go, I'd like this, blah blah blah. Cheers. That's me. That's easier to me.
I think you'll back me up on this one. No, I didn't realise there was an app for Nando's, so that probably fucked me up. But the new Nando's, the old Nando's, my dad's never been to a Nando's. Put him in there and film it.
Oh, yeah.
No, but he'll be going Portuguese on them.
Yeah.
They won't speak a fucking word.
Here we go. I know a little bit of Portuguese.
And then I speak Spanish. And then I speak English. What's wrong with you?
So does your dad? Does your dad actually speak Portuguese as well? Then?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's good. Yeah.
Okay, he speaks
Are you
Spanish,
never tempted when they say, have you ever been to a Nando's before? You go, no, I haven't actually. And they go, oh, well, let's just tell you how it works.
Yeah,
but then on every step of the way, you just don't understand any of it. And you're like, well, how does the drinks machine work? Can you just show me how this works?
You just look at him really intently, like you're just go, really? And then what happens? and then at the end, you just go, I ain't joking. I do know. I just wanted you to tell me in a really nice way.
When they bring the food out, you go, can you help me with this? What do I do
What
here?
now?
How do I use these?
Oh, so these stony pegs in my mouth are for chewing. Oh, I get it. Nom nom nom. This is delicious.
No, I'm not trying to
So
annoy you.
help swallowing. Thank you.
I'm not trying to annoy you. So you say, this is the menu. And I look at this. And then, are we going to be tested on this afterwards?
What's that?
When we step me through how Nando's works?
Yeah.
Is there a test, or do I just get the food?
That's a good one.
Do you get it
How
now?
much how much are olives? And then you set fire to the place.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
I like
That sounds like you've had a drink there.
But
Johnny.
my mother had never been to Nando's before until 3 years. So my 40th birthday, she took me out as a lunch. Could we have a little? Each of the kids. There's 4 kids in my family, and we all. I don't know if she takes them all out to lunch, especially. No, she does. I think.
I bet they take 3 of them out.
Yeah. But we have our own. We have a family meal to celebrate our birthday with the family. It's like, oh, happy birthday, you, and all of us get together. But then mum.
Strange name.
But then mum might happy birthday. Yeah, my little brother Yu. He's from. He was China. My first dad was. I mean, his dad's Chinese. That was my mum. My mum was with him before.
I've known him since he was a tree seed.
I was trying to make something realistic out of that.
Could be a yew tree or something, rather than being racist.
Oh yeah, well, not really. I don't think that's being racist. Just suggesting.
Not,
I mean,
but-
you. Is it possibly? Any offence I've
Who
caused,
knows
I
these
apologise.
days?
It was just meant to be a gag. We're talking about Nando's. So my mum's like, oh, do you want to go out for lunch for your 40th? Or whatever, for your birthday. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. I was like, let's go to, somewhere dependable. And I was like, well, but yeah, my mum had never been to Nando's, but she likes it now. And then we went there again for my 43rd birthday, which was the other week. I didn't want to talk about my 43rd birthday because I didn't want to overshadow the whole Queen thing. So.
No, very
but my
wise.
birthday wasn't on the day of the Queen's death. It was the day that Queen's death was in the papers. So the 9th of September this year was like, the Queen is dead! But it was also my birthday. So it was like, well, I'm not going to go shouting about my birthday too much, but, my nearest and dearest knew. Anyway, my mum took me out. All right, mate.
Yeah, no, keep going.
My mum took me out for my 43rd, and we went to Nandos again. I was thinking of going to this new Vietnamese place, but I thought it would be the first time I've been there and the first time my mum been there. We probably both would like the food, but you know what I mean? If it's a new place, you want to know it's all right first. I didn't want to go and have a minute and go like, come mum, I've heard of this place looks all right. Get there and you're like, well, that was fucking shit.
It's a massage parlour.
Sorry about your birthday. It's like, oh, yeah. Well, that'd be all right. Mum would be like, you all right, mum? You might watching this, mum?
You can invite a friend to a new place, but when you invite your parents out, you want to take them somewhere that's is going to be comfortable. Everything's all right.
Yes, exactly. And Nando's is tried and tested. I was like, why risk it? Try the Vietnamese place out on your own. Make sure it's cool for next time. Go to Nando's, the tried and tested thing. And that's what I did with my mum. Nando's was brilliant.
Brilliant. I was thinking, what sort of change you think would be family safe? I mean, because as an older gentleman, when I take my parents out, I
mean, you are quite old, but
my parents are right. Yeah, no, my parents are. If I said,
James Bond.
It's your anniversary. It's your anniversary. Let's go McDonald's.
Doggy.
I mean,
or even Nando's.
Nando's is good because it bridges the gap, doesn't it, between sort of fast food.
I think Nando's would be lunchtime.
Yeah.
If I set my parents.
Oh, yeah, it was a lunchtime meal. Yeah. No, not evening. No, yes, definitely. It's perfect for a lunchtime thing.
Wagamamas would be too busy because my mum would get the fucking ride time with some cunt that comes and sat next to her. This is
what about a £14 burger
across the room?
One of those gourmet burger places, a £14 burger.
I've never been
because it's got a stick through it.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was never a massive fan of. I'd always be like, I think I prefer kebab shop. Well, I've said this on the podcast before, but I prefer kebab shop burgers. But GBK is not that expensive to sit in and eat. I preferred all the extras. It was like the skinny fries, the sweet potato fries, and all the other shit. The monkey nuts. There's the endless supply of monkey nuts. That's nice.
Has anyone done the joke yet that when they come out? Because I haven't been to a gourmet burger.
Finish with the joke.
When they come out with the gourmet burger, with what you said, they've stuck a stick in it,
and it's meat, and
they turn up and they go, "Why is it so expensive?" And they go, "Because we just caught it."
Yeah,
with a spear.
They spend less time cooking the burgers, but then they cost more.
It's got a spear in it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move away from fast food restaurants. Let's all give one recommendation of a movie we think everyone should watch this week. You'd have to go into it. I'm just going to say the name, and Greg will put the poster up of mine.
Okay.
And my one is called Shoot to Marry. It's a documentary about a guy that tries to find love by telling women he wants to film interest in women, and he makes a documentary. Greg will put the picture up. Shoot to Marry.
Boom.
Look it up yourselves. Great film. Greg.
Just quickly as well, I'll say the same guy's made quite an interesting documentary about loads of Canadian film stars who go to stay in this particular hotel in LA, where they all want to get a start in life. And you'll notice there's actors in it as well. Like Maylene Ackerman was one that I spotted. There was the only one I think that went on to be out of that group of people. But anyway,
the guy from Breaking Bad,
that was brilliant.
Oh yes, Hector. The one guy who plays Hector Salamanca.
You can put them all up.
I'll put all these people up. You'll recognise all these people. You know who they are. But yeah, it's them before they were. Well, Hector Salamanca was already famous.
That one's on YouTube as well, by the way.
Sorry, let me just explain. The guy Hector Salamanca. There's pictures of people like the guy who plays Hector Salamanca from Breaking Bad, Ron Perlman. And people like that, people who are already established actors, their photos were in the lobby or whatever, because they did at one point stay there to make a name for themselves, etc. And a lot of stars go through there, and especially Canadian ones because they've got to travel a long way, obviously from Canada, and where do Canadians come from? Anyway, so a lot of them were Canadian, a lot of them whatever. But this guy, the same guy who's done the
Camp Hollywood.
There we go. The same guy who's done this new one, it's the
Shoot to Marry.
Shoot to Marry. It's the same guy, and it's quite good. The first one was good, and I haven't watched the second one. I haven't watched Shoot to Marry yet, but I'm very intrigued.
So you'll see the posters for both of them. And Johnny, what's yours?
I like that one. My one's also YouTube. It's not a film, but it's the Northern Boys Party Time. Look that up.
That is amazing.
That's my favourite hip hop song of the week, and that's beating Simba with a Y.
Yeah, and that's gonna. I assume it's only on about 200k at the moment, and I'm assuming that's going to jump up to the mills.
It's only been up for a couple of days.
A few days, it's very funny. It's a very good pastiche of the American boy, American
and like
boy.
we always like to say, Get it while it's hot.
There's an English. It was an English woman.
Just put a picture up.
Yeah, it's an English woman and Kanye. I can't remember her fucking name. It began with an E. God, I'm annoyed at myself. Can't I just look it up and then cut it in? I'd rather know what.
It'd be funny if you were getting angry and the name and the pictures in front of you.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's all the recommendations. And the next thing I want to say is...
Yeah, she didn't remember my name.
My next question
Fuck
is...
you, didn't have to correct myself.
Before we move on to the Gentle Bear Comedy Club, the final question of the week is a quick one. Are you a CFAX, teletext or Oracle man? Johnny?
I'm the Oracle.
Oracle. Greg?
Which one was Bamboozle on? I think that's Channel 4, Oracle.
Teletext?
Whichever one Bamboozle.
Bamboozle, okay. And I'm a CFAX man. So we're all different types of men, but we all come together. We fit like that. Okay, let's move to the Gentle Bear Comedy Club. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Gentle Bear Comedy Club. I'm your host for this evening, Mike Stephen Compare. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Horn and Apple in Bedford. That's where we are this evening, and we've got a lot of lovely acts for you tonight. We've got 3 cracking acts for you, and we've got a young man who's back on the scene, come all the way over from Australia as the headline. So keep your eyes peeled for him and see if you can guess which act that is. So ladies and gentlemen, now let's get with our first act tonight. Please put your hands together and give a lovely warm welcome for One Liner. One Liner. Yeah.
Hello everybody, I'm One Liner. I'm trying to try something different this week. I'll give you a little idea of the jokes I do. Prince Andrew served in the Royal Navy. He was a torpedo. He's a pedophile. Yeah. Okay, I'll do the same accent. Fuck it. My industry insider told me that the voice is rigged. All the people in the front row have full-length mirrors. Oh, fuck. Is Hoxton Square a place in your country or just a perfect insult for the people there?
Oh, no. Yeah. I'm not from there.
Square?
What?
Why don't all people in your country just put chewing gum on the bottom of their shoes so stop them falling over so much?
Like Michael Jackson did. Smooth Criminal.
Let's go through the list. Whenever people ask me if I like Harry Potter, I tell them I like the Harry Caterpillar. It's a children's book. You fucking adult.
Hungry Caterpillar, do you mean?
Hungry? What did I say?
Harry, I thought you
Who
said.
cares?
Okay.
I'm Spanish. At Christmas time,
I'm from Barcelona.
One of the digits on my foot becomes a self-propelled weapon. I call it my missile toe.
Hey! Tish.
Do you remember the rap group Kid and Play? They are so old now, I call them Adult and Work.
I wouldn't call them a group, I'd call them more of a duo.
Kid and Play? I've never heard
Kid
of
and
it.
Play.
Oh, sorry.
Wow.
They're more of a duo, right?
Oh, I'm looking for the last joke now.
Group.
Last joke. Great.
If all roads lead to Rome, explain the M25 to me. Good night. I've been One Liner.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was One Liner.
Hey.
Cracking
Tough
stuff
crowd.
there from One Liner. Now we've got another great app for you, ladies and gentlemen. His name's Nosher, and he's the comedy stunt man. Nosher, the comedy stunt man. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nosher. I'm a comedy stunt man. Now, as Billy Connolly once said, confidence will only get you so far, and you have to have the jokes to back it up. So hopefully tonight I've got the jokes to back it up. So being in the stunt game, I've got a lot of stories and a lot of tales. I'll tell you one of the funniest things that ever happened. So we were working on Death Wish 3 in I think it was 1985, 1986, and Winner got this stuntman to jump off a building, and there was loads of fire in front of him. Very dangerous stunt, didn't want to do it, and Winner said, "Just jump, man." Guy jumps, nearly breaks his back, he's in hospital. Winner comes and sees him and says, "If you do anything, I'll sue ya." Nasty bastard, that Michael Winner. I'm glad he's dead. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's a joke there about Michael Winner. I've been Nosher, the comedy stuntman. Loads more where that came from. Join me every week and I'll give you new jokes about stunts. Good night. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was Nosher, the comedy stuntman. Good jokes about stunts there. Maybe Billy Connolly's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, our final act of the evening. Please put your hands together and give a lovely warm welcome. He comes all the way over from Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, he's just come back from Edinburgh. It hasn't been the performing, he's just been in Edinburgh. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Satin Nights. Satin Nights. Woo!
Yeah.
All right, where are we again? Mike, Bedford. All right, Bedford. How's it going? I don't really care. Don't tell me how you're doing. I don't give a fuck. I'm a big time comic, and obviously I don't really care about you guys. It's just a polite way of introducing my set. My name's Satin Nights, but My friends like to call me Sato or Tino, Naito, anything with an O on the end. Us Aussies love an O on the end of stuff.
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, right. Bit of a delayed response. I told you I don't care, but you know, you can do a delayed response anyway. That's probably the worst heckle. I already told you I don't care about your answer, but you're telling me later than I actually asked you it. So
I think
fuck
he's
me.
funny.
Who? What, the guy that just said that? Or, oh, thank you, mate. I mean, a lot of people obviously do because that's why I've been to Edinburgh. Okay, right. So yeah. So Tino, Sato, Naito. So yeah, all my mates have got an O on the end because us Aussies love an O. There's Benno, Jono, Marco, Juanito. I mean, Juanito he's kind of already got the O thing going on already, but you know, Juanito O, we could always call him. Yeah. Anyway, it's like, you know, even with a cigarette break, we called it Smoko. Are you going on Smoko? You know, we love an O. But apart from my mate Dild, he insists that we don't put the O on. See, I wrote a joke.
Well done.
I thought I'd have to spell out his name. That's right, I've got a friend called Dild. Dild. I know it's a bit of a weird name, but for the sake of the joke, pretty good, huh? Okay. Oh, wait a minute, I just forgot. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm going to try out a bit of prop comedy. I'm not going to tell you exactly what, but I forgot. What? Oh.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Saving the prop comedy for next week.
All right.
He finished on a great joke there.
Yeah, I did.
That was Saturday night. Say good night. Good night.
Good evo.
Right, thank you everyone for watching this week. Yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, Stephen, come on, man. You weren't even in it. Yeah, but I like to keep my hand in. Yeah, you are one of the gang, I suppose. Yeah, I'm a bit hurt. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching. I've been Ben. I've been Stephen. Yeah, and
I've been Greg. Au revoir. I've been Gregoire.
Never discuss cheese with rats. I'm Johnny Ribena.
Toodaloo.
Bye.
Bung bung.